chilling with my brethren, with different color heifers. As a younger, you didn't want me, motherfucker. Getting DMs from your wife and your baby mother. We be fucking black hoes, white hoes, brown hoes, yellow hoes. Nigga, I'm about my fucking pink nose. I'ma make a scene for my pink nose. Make a scene for my team home.
Yo, it's Jamaine Jones, aka Rico Gonzalez, aka Jimmy Finesse, aka Jimmy Flex, aka if your bitch got pretty feet, we gonna send her to Stockholm, 5-star hotel. Baby, what sort of tea do you want? Do you want Moroccan tea? Let's get that for you. Also, let's maintain them feet. Let's maintain them. I'm gonna get you them French tip toes, because baby, your feet is undervalued in life. Aye, the kid is back. Listen, I didn't take no break because of, I don't work or I don't work hard enough for you guys. It's not because of that. What I was trying to do was come up with a formula for my podcast that makes sense. I felt like my podcast was going in the wrong direction. I felt like there was a lot of entertainment value in it, but at the same time, you wasn't necessarily learning that much. So the new angle that I'm approaching it with is I can be myself, but at the same time, I don't want people to forget that your man's a smart guy. You understand? I'm a smart nigga. And I say that to say this. Don't get it twisted. When I say these words and these profanities, when I say nigga and all of these, listen, you need to, when you give somebody medicine, when you was younger, the medicine without the sugar added to it wouldn't have tasted nice. Therefore, you wouldn't have tasted the medicine. Do you understand what I'm saying? In other words, I have to sugarcoat my message with profanity, with language that is conducive to the average man's lifestyle. The average person uses these profanities. They use these words. So I have to use these words so that you can reap the benefits from what I'm saying to you. And I say that to say this. When I say bring your feet to the table, and I'm not talking about no man them feet. Bring your feet to the table. Yes, it's entertainment value. But at the same time, yes, we are paying for Uber. Get me? We are paying for Uber. Hey, my nigga, I'll pay Uber from Brighton. I'll pay Uber from Brighton. I'll pay Uber from Swindon. I'll pay Uber from Reading. Just DM your boy, Jamaine Jones, Jamaine Jones, Twitter. DM the Twinkie Toes. We're going to do Twinkie Toes Tuesday. If your toes are popping, then you get a free prize. And I say that to say this. I saw this nice joint on, I ain't going to say where I met her, but I saw this nice joint, yeah. I'm speaking to her now. Come to find out, she's telling me, feet. I hate my feet. I'm always wearing socks. Shoo! Shoo! Quick block and delete. I ain't got no time for that. Listen, let me tell you something. These young G's a little key indicator in life. Don't believe these niggas. First of all, yeah, feet, hands, yeah, is a big indication as to where that girl is at life. If she's at a stage where she's taking care of them shits, then she's probably taking care of her life. Do you understand? I could fuck with that. And I say all of that to say this. Don't believe none of these niggas. These niggas is freaks in the bedroom. Do you understand? They're freaks in the bedroom. Like, if these niggas are just leaving the cocky in it and just leaving it until it empties without thinking about any repercussions in the future, then what makes you think that that's not the only thing that they're doing? You understand what I'm trying to say to you? And I say that to say this. I got more serious business to talk about. No, but on a serious note, yeah, this is going to be my main topic of today, and we're going to have a special guest. I've been meaning to get this guy on for the longest. He entertains the fuck out of me on Instagram. And I just growing up with the guy, I've just got so much questions I want to ask him that I haven't really asked him. So I thought it would be best to ask him in the public forum, and we can learn. I think we can learn from a lot. We can learn a lot from this conversation. And my main topic of today is something called multiplier effect. I learned in economics, and it applies in real life. It applies in society. It's the theory that if you spend money, if you spend money in an economy or in a community, how that money trickles down to the rest of the community and eventually benefits yourself. Do you understand? So I say that to say this. My thing is, we, not just black people or any specific color, but we should spend money within our community, whether it's the hip hop community, whether it's urban, whether it's black. We should spend money within our community, trust our community, and the benefits will trickle down to you. And I say that to say this. This guest that's supporting me, I've grew up with him. Yeah, I grew up with him, but I wouldn't say that I spent every day with him. We grew up in the same neighborhood, and he didn't have to come on my podcast. He didn't. He's a very popular guy. He never had to come on my podcast, but it's a thing where, Jamaine, I see you doing your thing, yeah? So let me support your podcast. That's what it is. And how it will trickle down for him is that he will get views on my podcast, get the audience that was already attached to me, and at the same time, I might be able to grasp the audience that was attached to him. Now, let's put it in a more economic sense, in a more society sense. Let's say, for example, yeah, we have a clothing line, yeah? Let's say black people. I'm going to use black people as an example. We have a luxurious clothing line, you know, parallel to the likes of Gucci, yeah? That we really trust. We trust the history of it. It's popping. Anybody that wears this clothing line, yeah, it means you're somebody. The same way if you wear Gucci, you feel like you're somebody. Because Gucci are selling t-shirts for £400. Let's say we had an equivalent, yeah. That 400, this is multiplier effect. This is how it works. That 400, let's say 1,000 people bought the £400 t-shirt. That's £400,000. That £400,000, yeah, could be reinvested to employ fellow black people. Do you understand? But the thing is with our society is we don't trust each other. We don't trust, like me, for example, I'm not going in to certain places because I don't trust it. I'm not going into certain jewelry shops, or I'm not going into certain restaurants because I don't trust it. Because it's not even, it might be a conscious self-hate thing, which I think I'm admitting. It's not that I hate my people, but it's like, my nigga, I don't trust you. My nigga, I don't trust you. And that's bad. Like, we should have our own businesses. Like barbers, it works perfectly with barbers. We give them the money, we trust them, yeah, and they employ fellow people from our community. You see how that works? But why can't that work with everything else? When we spend the most money, we spend trillions, not in this country, but I know in America, they spend, African Americans spend trillions of dollars. We spend billions of pounds as black people, but we hardly have any industries and shops set up for us. And I say that to say this, we should support each other. We should retweet each other's shit. Anything, any literary arts or any creative thing that we make up, whether it's acting, whether it's our own clothing line, whether it's our own music, whether it's anything creative, we should support each other. Because the more money or the more popularity he makes, yeah, in turn, it will trickle down to you. If there's a popping artist in your community and you retweet him and all your friends retweet him and he gets to a stage where he's popping, you never know, he could present an opportunity for you. And you can present an opportunity for our next man. And it's starting to get that way. And with no further ado, let me call my man, Jacko, because he's supporting me, and that's how we're going to introduce the topic. Finesse Podcast, Flex Entertainment. Let's get it.
I'm chilling with my brethrens, with different color heifers. As a younger, you didn't want me, motherfucker. Getting DMs from your wife and your baby mother. We be fucking black hoes, white hoes, brown hoes, yellow hoes. Nigga, I'm about my fucking pig nose. I'ma make a scene for my big nose. Make a scene for my team ho.
Yeah, so Jimmy Flex We got our guest here, Reece Jackson, Jacko. Well, go on, Jacko. What's good?
What's happening, man? You cool?
Yeah, man. I've been looking forward for this conversation for a long while, man. I can't even lie, man. Even though I know you for a long time now, man. I think your Instagram, your Snapchat makes me laugh too much, man. It's popping, man. What's going on?
Yeah, man. You know me, bro. You know me from a long time, man. You know I'm a crazy guy, bro. If I just do whatever goes on in this crazy brain of mine, man. So yeah, man. I'm here, man. I'm here. What's happening?
What's your mindset when you're making these things? Do you know what it is? Yeah, I can see you on like TV or some shit, man. I can't even lie, bro. Seriously, when you're making this shit, what's going through your mind?
Bro, you know me from young, Jay, man, and
Yep.
this is just. But I'm just being me. Like a lot of people may think, oh, this guy's trying to get views and he's trying to. Nah, man. Anyone who knows me and knows me well enough knows that this is me. Like I'm just a crazy, just minded guy. I could be driving along the road and something will come to my head and I'd be like, I'm gonna record that. Like I just do. I just don't care what people think of me. So I just do mad stuff, bro.
And what's
life's too short, man. I just do crazy stuff, bro.
No, I agree with you.
I wish I was normal.
Hey, what's your Instagram and your Snapchat for those who don't know, and your Twitter and all of that?
Instagram is Y Always Jacko. That's WHY, not obviously Y. Y Always Jacko. Instagram. The Snapchat is Childish 3000. And Twitter, I'm not really on Twitter too much anymore. I use Twitter as as a football thing to connect with old football friends and stuff like that. But that is rjacko23.
And oh yeah, follow his shit, man. It's hilarious, man. I can't even lie, man. And we'll get on to more about that later. But let me tell you quickly how I know Jacko, yeah. Basically, we grew up around the same area, yeah. And a lot of people tell me, ones with has, yeah, is white boys or white boys that. And I say, listen, the toughest guys I know are the white guys. And the reason why I say that is for people like Jacko and that whole family and that side of the ends. Like, this is what people don't understand. Like, I'll tell you a good example. Me growing up here, I was about, as a 16-year-old kid, I was about 14, 15 stones, which is flipping heavy, yeah? I'm kicking ball, and my main thing that I used to do is run around weights and everybody. Fam, this is the day that I learned that this guy, I ain't fucking with this guy right over here. Me, Jacko, everybody knows that Jacko was the baller in ends. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a second as well. Yeah? Everybody knows Jacko was the baller in ends, yeah. Male footballer, we give him the title, innit? But when I tried to weights this guy, boss this guy to the floor, I bounced off him. You understand? And these are the days where strength counted for a lot. You understand? So this is where, and I'm not trying to glorify any of that, but this is where, this is just an example of the strength that this guy has. And obviously I hear other stories and all of that. But I say that to say this, like, don't think, yeah, just because you see all of these Instagrams and all of these things that you can think guys are clowns, because niggas is not clowns. Like, the white guys around my area, like, they're the reason why my area you get me, is notorious in certain ways. You understand? But tell me a little bit about growing up, man, because do you know one thing I respect about you, yeah, is because you was always on your own thing. You never got too involved in no gangs, too tough, from what I understand. But at the same time, like, you're always around. You see what I'm saying? So tell me about your upbringing, man. You growing up.
Yeah, man. Basically, is single mom, four boys, four crazy boys, and coming to St John's Hill and only being just me, Mark, and Jamie, also my brother living with my nan and stuff. All four of us had different characters. My older brother was the football side, and he was like the clever and the smart one, Martin. Then you had Mark, which is known as Chris. He was like the music man, and he was like the sweet boy, had all the new errors, and he was like the ladies man. And then you just had Jamie, who was just a crazy guy.
Yeah, R.I.P. man.
Whose rep was just something else, man. So I had a bit of all of them in me, Then my upbringing was tough, man. I'm not gonna lie, it was tough. My mum didn't have a lot of money. Dad didn't want to know. So we had to go out there and kind of get it ourselves, you know. As much as you know, Monty did a lot of it. Without it doing our thing, man. You know me, football was eat, breathe, and sleep, and all that. You know, it is, man.
Yeah.
Football was just crazy for me. I was in a good place. You know, I was coming up on loads of opportunities and stuff like that. And then there was a side to me where I was taking different paths. You know, when I was rolling around with Jamie and stuff like that. So I was in all sorts of like little categories. We knew a lot of people, you know, and I have to say it was all because of my older brothers. They just, because obviously being older, they connected with a lot of people and a lot of serious people. So it was just where we was. We got on with everyone.
Let's stay on the football point a little bit. Yeah, you went to the same school as Michail Antonio and Craig Eastman, innit?
Yeah, so I went to Southfield School, which produced like quite a lot of people who ended up making to go and be professional footballers. Yeah.
Yeah, Michail Antonio. He's now an England International, and Craig Eastman. I think he was playing for who's he playing for now?
Craig played
Sutton. Now
Craig played for
Arsenal. Yeah,
and now at Sutton. Yeah.
Yeah, like I remember my first ever time playing with both of them. I just knew that they were a level above everyone. Even you was a level above everyone. Like, what do you think separated you from reaching the levels that they got to? Because I saw you snap something about how technically, I think you said Michail Antonio wasn't better than you, which I can verify that at a certain point in time. I don't know about now, innit? But at a certain point in time, I would agree with you, because Michail Antonio was more about power and pace. But technically, in terms of your finishing, passing, all of that, at one stage, it was better. What do you think? Like, why do you think you couldn't make that final push to make it to where Michail Antonio is at?
Yeah, I definitely talk about that. You know, coming up when I was in my sort of prime, I'd say 15 to 18, because when I was 15, I was playing first team football, which a lot of players in the area wouldn't have done. And when I was playing first team football at that age, Michail Antonio was probably playing youth football or reserve or even just school football. Craig was at Arsenal from a young age. He was there from a very young age. But yeah, going back to the ages of my prime, from 15 to about 18, I was doing really well. I was playing first team at a very young age, and that's quite a big step up for a young lad. You know, playing in front of like the first ever game I played at Dover when I was 16, and it's been 800 people there, and you know, it's getting higher. I played in like in front of thousands and stuff like that. And then it got to the point as I was getting older, 16, 17, just left school, didn't leave school with any GCSEs or nothing. Done well in PE because that's all I knew. You know, I was football, but then it's when the girls started coming involved.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, man.
I started about like 15, 16. The girl situation started coming.
This nigga was a jealous.
Yeah, you know. So
I ain't gonna say no names.
Yeah, you know that goes on. So when I got to like 17, 18, which is the best days, when I was playing FA Youth Cup at these times for Kingstonian and stuff like that, and playing FA Youth Cup is a big step up, because obviously you play against all the bigger clubs, and that is your chance to get recognised, you know.
Yeah, you've definitely had some successes as well. Let's not get... I've seen your trophy cabinet, fam. Hit me.
Oh, yeah. No, listen, I won't... I'm not going to... Listen, I didn't play professional football, but what I've achieved in football is not what I wanted to achieve, because I wanted to be a professional footballer, of course, but I am happy with what I have achieved.
That's good, man.
Starting at 9 years old, and yeah, man, I've had some success, bruv. I mean, I'm a FA Cup hat-trick scorer, bruv.
Yeah.
And I can't think of anyone in the area who's playing non-league football to be an FA Cup hat-trick scorer. I mean, it may sound silly to a lot of people, and I have had banter over it, believe it or not. People have bantered me over it, saying, "Oh, it's FA Cup," and stuff. I don't think they realise how much of a big achievement that is. Like, I am down on the FA Cup as a hat-trick scorer in history. Like, So that's a massive achievement for me, and I'm very pleased with that.
No, the thing is, yeah, as long as you're happy with where you're going right now, you're making a little bit of money, that's always a story you can tell your child or your grandkids in the future that, you know, that competition FA Cup, I played in that and I got a hat trick. Do you understand? It doesn't necessarily you don't have to dwell on the fact that you never reached a certain level or whatever. Do you understand? Like you've got something, you've achieved something that a lot of people haven't achieved. So but if people are hating, expand on that a little bit, man, because I always hear you tweet at that and all of that.
Let's go back quickly to the Michail situation and why I didn't make it, they didn't make it. Cut a long story short, basically, I thought I was better than I was. Yeah, I had the wrong attitude. I mean, clubs, and people will tell you now, back when I was like 18 to 21, when I got to that period, my attitude was terrible. I'm not going to lie, I'm from Clapham Junction, like my older brothers, you know, like, got a good rep and stuff like that. I was a very cocky guy, and I thought I was better than I was. I thought I could walk into any club, and managers, clubs wouldn't touch me. They would say the same thing. Every club and manager say the same thing. Reece Jackson, great talent, but his mentality and attitude, absolutely awful. We don't want him down at the club. And it got to the point where I wasn't really interested in it no more. I was more interested into the girls and the quick money. And what I mean by the quick money and stuff is, you know, I didn't want to work. If I didn't want to be a footballer, I wasn't making someone else richer. You know, I wanted to go out there and I wanted to hustle and I wanted to do the wrong stuff, which it made me this person today. You know what I mean? And people like Michail Antonio, they wanted it. They wanted it. They had great support on their background. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Craig, he was at Arsenal from a young age. You know, so he had his mum there to take him football and stuff like that. And credit to them people. But you know, I was from a single mum who didn't have a lot of money, who wasn't interested in football, who did her utmost to try and do the best for all our four boys. But I just got to the point where I thought, I'm 19 years old. I'm attracting a lot of girls. I'm a good looking lad. You know what I mean? I'm like
talk.
I'm attracting girls, and the money situation is good. Like this is the list, and I'm going out, and I thought, and it just caught up with me. I was just getting older and older, and then I had a second lifeline, which I got invited to play down in Staines Academy, which was full-time football. And I ended up messing that up because while I should have been at training in college, I was in bed with girls and stuff like that. And I was just, my mentality and attitude just completely went bonkers. And everyone was just like, what are you doing? And I actually just thought to myself one day, I just actually ruined it for myself. And then I had another lifeline, the last lifeline thrown at me when I got invited to come play in the trial at QPR's training ground. And it was a trial to go and play out in America. And I'm thinking, this is I got forced into kind of playing, and I went in there, done well, got a call back to go and play in America. And these times, Jamie was in prison, and when they invited me, they said, we want you to come out, and you do a scholar and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. And then the situation coming out, it cost me this, and then there was the if and buts, and I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't afford to go out there, $2-3 grand and stuff like that to move to America. And it's kind of lucky I didn't, because Jamie passed away within under a year later, so I would have been back anyway. Because obviously I wouldn't have been in a different country, and that would happen. So I kind of messed it up myself, to be honest, big man. And I don't think I was that good enough, that good enough, because my head was just completely gone.
Nah, man, you've kept it so real, man, and that's a lesson for the youngers as well, that have talent in any sort of industry, especially in football. You got to be very dedicated, man. I would say you do. It's not. I'm telling you, it's not about what you can do with the ball at your feet. It's so what goes on. I'm talking listening to your coaches, what you're doing after football, where you're going after football, who you're rolling with after football, it's the people you need to be around, and what's getting. And this is where loads of kids are getting it wrong, and loads of people have got it wrong.
Like, there's so much people who are out here on the roads doing their thing now, doing a normal 9 to 5, and could have been professional footballers. It's such a shame to see. My day and age, we didn't have the support it was now. The support of football now is fantastic. There's loads of schemes now. There's loads of support. There's more coaches. There's better coaches. And also, you've got to forget as well, football is very selfish, because a lot of the time back then it's who you knew instead of how good he was. Because there's loads of players that have played that shouldn't have really even nicked a living out of football, but have. And good luck to them. Fair play to them. You can't knock a man to making a living out of kicking a ball around.
Do you know...
Most of us wanted to do that.
Do you know Robin Shroot?
Yeah, I know Robin Shroot. And Shroot is a great example of hard dedication.
That's exactly what I was about to say. That guy, I used to see this guy...
Him and his dad, they pushed themselves all the way to the limit, to the point where Shroot went from Harrow to Birmingham City, which was a great move.
Yeah.
And now, I think he's in a different country playing football now, if I'm right.
He's in Norway, I think, or
another
somewhere.
country playing football. Yeah, so he was a great... And he gave me great advice in the past. He said to me, Chaka, what a great footballer, but your attitude and who you're around has not helped you. And yeah, man, he's a perfect example. Michael, another perfect example. And I know that I was on my Snapchat the other day, and obviously my Snapchat's open.
Yeah.
So a lot of people would have seen it, and I did have a lot of feedback actually. Yeah. And I did say, and I will confirm that. Yes, anyone who knows me, and a lot of people used to say, even when Michael made it professional football, a lot of people said, Jacko, that could have been you. And I do believe I was better than Michail Antonio. He has now turned into such a great footballer. Yeah. But what I was saying on the Snapchat for people who don't know was, be careful what you call a baller, because a baller is not someone who can just run and is strong. That's an athlete. A baller is someone who can pass with their left foot, pass with their right foot, great technique, can shoot, can play different positions. Now that's a baller, and that is something that I had. The only thing I didn't have was fitness and running, because I didn't want to run, because I was a big time Charlie. I thought I was little training sessions, but I'm all right. I can do enough of the ball at my feet. I don't need to run, you know. And that's what I was saying on my Snapchat. I was just saying to people, you know, I probably got a bit excited and I said I'm probably better than him now, because that's not the case, because he's now an England International West Ham footballer with potentially another move in and to the club, and guys and kids around on a school bus, you know. So there's a massive difference from where we are at in this stage. But don't be fooled by what you see on TV from what people are doing on the outside in their own life, because there's a lot of people who ain't playing football, who should have been playing football, and there's players that should be playing, who are playing football, shouldn't really be playing football.
Man. Michail Antonio was so sick though, man. I can't even lie, man.
Wait.
I think technically, you're right. Your left foot, right foot is better than him, but him...
He was technically bad. He would tell you he was technically... I'm telling you now, he'd tell you back in the day, his technical ability was not good enough. He was not good enough at all.
Fam, I played with him, yeah. I remember this, yeah. This guy, we went... Because remember when we used to do the Chelsea kicks where we all used to represent Chelsea Football Club, yeah? This guy came to a tournament with one of us. And this is when I played against Craig Eastman as well. But this guy was in goal for us. I was like, who is this guy, bro? This guy... You know anyone that goes in goal first, you think, oh, they're just shit. This guy came out and just banged like 4 goals. Like... And then
he wasn't
he was sick, like, and that's this is another thing that you got to consider as well, yeah. Being a footballer, you can't just dismiss the physical side as well, because football, you have to be an athlete now. That's part of it. Like, I don't know if you play Football Manager, but Football Manager is divided into 3 things, yeah. Is the technical attributes, physical attributes, mental attributes, yeah. 3 of them, you have to have all 3 things. Do you understand? Like,
of course you do. No, of course. With this day and age, you do have to have the whole package.
Like, your tackles will not just get you through it. Do you see what I'm saying? Even just being physically fit won't just get you through it, or just being mentally tough won't get you through it. You kind of have to have all 3. Like, the standard is so high these days, especially as being an athlete, bruv. And
back in the day, you could have just had tackles.
Yeah.
But
now,
I agree
with you.
This day and age of football, no, they want everything. They want that. You need to be fast. You need to have strength. You need to be mentally good, you know, physically good, you know.
No,
So
but
yeah, I do agree with you. Yeah.
That's so. I think so much people would enjoy hearing that, man. That was really honest and really refreshing, man. But
Yeah. Keep it
definitely,
on.
man. That
Keep it 100, you know.
bruv, you kept it raw 100. I think the kids as well listening to this will love that, man. That's good stuff. Moving on real quick as well, man. Like the music industry, everybody knows that Twist is one of the best rappers that I've heard in ends, definitely. What was your involvement in the music industry? Because I know, like, you're cool with some of the So Solid crew members. Like, what's your involvement in the music industry? Yeah, what do you see yourself in the future in it, or what's going on?
No, you know, it's Junior. For everyone that know who Harvey is, you know, Junior Michael, he's Junior to us, isn't it? Harvey was our neighbour.
Yeah.
And we moved into St John's Hill in '94. So you're talking like 22 years ago, 23 years ago. And he was our neighbour from there. And it first started off with Harvey and my older brother Martin. They were connected football-wise, and then it passed down to Twist, when Twist started doing the music, and So Solid were doing well. And
Harvey's a legend, by the way.
Harvey brought Twist on board, you know. He shows, and I think the music videos that Twist had made, one music video back in the day, for people don't know, it's called They Don't Know. You won't be able to find it no more.
Yeah.
It was old school back in the day. We got it on a videotape, VCR videotape somewhere. That's how old it is. And I think, if I can remember top of mind, I think Harvey made that happen. And Harvey, man. I count that guy as like my older brother, because I love him like he's my brother. He's been our neighbour, and
You see me,
Twist knows.
So not to cut you off, but I always grew up with the wrong impression of Harvey, innit? Like what I thought of Harvey was that he was this big star that never used to bring nobody in, innit? That's how I saw him, but that's not, from what you're saying, that's not the truth. That's not.
I'll tell you differently.
Like that, that's not the. But I don't know that. I don't know that as a fact. That's how I saw in it, because I don't know him personally. I don't think I've ever had a conversation with him ever in life. But one thing I can respect him for is the amount of different lighties that this guy has. I've seen him. God damn.
He's a good-looking guy, man.
Fam.
He's known for that, man.
This guy is a legend, fam. Like, actual legend for the things that he smashed, fam. And I know all of these things. But, no, from what because let me tell you one quick incident, yeah? Like, being from St. John's, like, I remember the days Harvey used to hang a t-shirt outside the window and used to throw it out. You lot probably have bare them, innit? But for us, it was a big deal. Yeah, So Solid Crew t-shirt. For us, it was a big deal.
The black with the gold writing.
Yeah, so this is when So Solid was popping, like, and it never occurred that to me when I grew up. It occurred to me that this guy never just handed us t-shirts, like he just. But anyway, cut a long story short, I see him in Ibiza, and I'm not gonna say anything bad about him because I've got nothing bad to say about him. But I saw him in Ibiza, and we was in the club one time, me, Lil Aaron, and some other people, and like. I don't know, man. Being from St. John's, I just expected some extra love, like come backstage, take this couple drinks. I never got none of that. So my impression was, that he never used to bring people in. But I've seen other things that suggest otherwise. Like, for example, I don't know who brought everybody to Culture Clash that time when them lot all went, But I thought that maybe Harvey brought everybody to Culture Clash. And I'm seeing more and more, that Harvey's bringing people in. So maybe I've just got the wrong impression. So it's good that you're telling me that.
You definitely have, man. Like, listen, Harvey's done a lot for me personally. Whatever, regardless what people might say, but we all do bad things and we all do good things. You know what I mean? And a lot of negative stuff is said about the junior and stuff like that, and that's their problems and their issues, and that's nothing to do with me. But Junior played a big part in my life. After Jamie passed away, I was in a very, very low place, and he brought me in, man. He brought me on the roads to him. I was going to his shows. I was staying with him. I was
That's
going
real.
to like his celebrity games he was playing in. Like he did a lot, and I've seen him do a lot for other people as well. He's bumped into my cousin out in another country or something like that, and my cousin just said to me, I've seen you all over my cousin's Instagram, and he's like, who's your cousin's Reece? And then he showed, and then he ended up showing him mad love, and
Oh,
Like
wow.
he does some stuff for people, man. Trust me.
Oh,
Don't
nah.
get it twisted from what you hear and that stuff. Like he does try to do a lot for people as well.
That's real,
No,
man.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say he don't, because he's done for me. I've been there when he's had a big box of Adidas delivered to him, and he's been like, "There, fam, take that trainers, take that tracksuit." He's done enough stuff for me, bro. Brought me in. He was at my house one time, and I was like, "Bro, I'm running out of boots." I had a mad situation with football boots, and I was like, "Bro, I need boots." He's like, "All right, cool. One sec." Run up Jerome Thomas, footballer. Everyone must know Jerome Thomas.
Yeah, I remember. He played for Charlton at one point.
He even played for England.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, Jerome, can you send me some boots?" Like 2 days later, I get first class delivery, 2 pairs of boots sent to me, and he's done enough stuff for me, bro. If you're there and you're with him, he'll bring you in, man. He's not like he's a real nice guy, man.
I can
He's a cool
appreciate
guy. But
that,
he's got his way, like we all have. Like he pissed me off a lot, and I've probably pissed him off and stuff like that. And that's why I say to him, he's like an older brother, because we argue like we're brothers, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say you definitely had the wrong impression. I'm sure if he would have recognised you, you'd have gone and said, "Everyone from St John Hill," but he probably would have brought you backstage and he probably would have top and told of you in his hotel and stuff, bro. Trust me, he's a crazy guy like that, bro. He's on a mad adventure, bro.
Yeah, nah.
He's touching 40 and he's still living like he's in the 20s, man.
No, at the time I was
Sorry,
18 and that when I was in that beef, innit? So, but now, like, it's all love, man. I appreciate what he's done for the ends. And also, he's just a legend for all the lights that he's crushed, so I can't be mad at that, man. I cannot be mad at that. Fam,
If you Google his name, Harvey, I'm sure
this is what I'm,
after the name, or
this is what I'm saying.
He's known for it, you know.
Yeah, that's legendary stuff. He's using.
So the Soul Solid connections, man, it's there, man. Twist knows Romeo and stuff like really well. And Mega's a cool guy, man. I asked him if he could promote Jamie's game for me back last year in September, man, and he did me a massive favour, bro. He showed mad love for that, and Martin knows a few of them as well. So so the social connection is there, man.
What about your other musical connections, man? What about the other people that's involved in music as well?
Yeah, I know. People don't know him so easy. He's a rapper and stuff. You know, he does. He's like a sort of like an English Drake. I'm not saying he's like on the level. It's like an English Drake. You know, he raps in it. You can sing and stuff like that, and that's a good power of mine as well, man. So there's a few connects.
What
definitely.
About any of the OJB, like Clue? Any of them? What do you listen to them?
Yeah, you know, Clue rolls hard with my older brother, stuff like that, and yeah, man, they're doing their thing. They're doing their thing. You can only fully respect that, man. It's only so much you can do on the road for, man. Everyone's growing up, everyone's having little ones, and they're just trying to do their thing. I can fully respect that.
Yeah, man.
You know, so Schemer and stuff like that. Schemer's another example. Don't get twisted by what you see, bro. That boy there could have been a professional footballer, believe it or not. He could have been one of the best. He could have been the best centre half. So people don't.
Shit.
I'm not saying. We all just take different paths, you know, and it's something you just got to deal with. But yeah, fully respect to them. Not score's hard, man.
Free scores, well, man.
They're all good. I don't really know Reece not too well, but yeah, they're all doing their thing, man. They're cool guys, bro. I don't think a lot of people know them well enough. You know, a lot of people judge book by their covers and they think, they're these horrible guys. But you know what? They're actually like softies as well. But I play with them on the Sunday sometimes.
My thing is,
they're different characters.
I can only be proud and tilt my hat off to all those who are trying to make legit money from music and entertainment. How can I be mad at that? I don't care what you're spitting. I don't care, get me, the content of it. That's a legitimate job. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's your own art that you're pushing. Do you get what I'm saying? That's being a businessman in your own right. So I can't be mad at that.
Yeah, of course. When I see them going to shows and stuff, man, and they're performing in front of people, but it gives me goosebumps. I feel like I'm there doing it with them.
Fam, when are you gonna go on your own show, fam? When are you gonna do Big Brother, fam? I see you applying for Big Brother, fam. Fam, we need to see you on the TV.
I'm gonna take my crazy stuff to Big Brother. I got to like stage 4 of it, and then
is it?
I was at the O2.
Wait, run down the whole Big Brother application. Like, how does it all work? Like, what did you have to do?
So obviously, it's a Big Brother online application first, and just fill out details and stuff like that, and then it goes to the second stage where they do like an interview, but via like an application form again. So like, what would you bring to the house, and why would you be a different housemate? And I got through to that stage, and then the next stage had to go to the O2, and it's crazy, man. I'm telling you, the stuff that I thought nervous, I was a guy that didn't care, but Big Brother kind of hit me, man, because there was one point where we got into groups, and they was making groups of 20s, and they was just making you just do mad stuff, like, and it just got crazy, bro, and I was like, wow.
What they making you do? What sort of Illuminati was they making you do?
Bro, they was like, get in a circle and just start dancing and just finish it, and then just take whatever was coming into you, just copy what the next person's doing, and just keep this going for 22 minutes. This circle needs to be live for 20, and you've got people dancing, doing press-ups on the floor.
Oh my
it was crazy, man. I had to look at myself and think, this is what my life comes to, Big Brother in a circle.
So no made in Chelsea or nothing?
Nah, made in Chelsea. I couldn't go, mate. I couldn't take my ghetto self into made in Chelsea. Them posh guys will shut me down, man.
Fam,
I was an extra the end of last year at Made in Chelsea.
Oh, is it?
You know, I had to put on the one Gucci shoes, the tight jeans, and the blazer jacket, and I went down the extra. Yeah, man, I was an extra in a club scene. It was at 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it was mad.
Yeah, you're moving in the right direction, boy. I assume we'll see you on TV.
Yeah, no, man, I tried Big Brother. When the producer spoke to me, she said, "Look, we've had because that's why I left my Instagram is private, and then I opened it for Big Brother because that's what it says.
Yeah.
Invitation. Can you give us any social media sites? Obviously, so they can check what your character's like. So
that explains a lot.
Well, the producer come up to me and she was like, "Look, we've gone through." She had an iPad and she was on my Instagram. And she's like, "We've had a look for your Instagram and stuff like that, and we think you're actually like a great character, but your category this year, this was last season's one, your category from 20 to 28, it's very, very tough this year. And there's a lot of people like you." And I literally just missed out, and she was like, "Come back next year," and I thought, "Oh."
So that's why the Instagram is open, and the Instagram and the Snapchat, this is what it's all about, basically. See, now this is making sense. Like, this is why this was needed. Because niggas is looking at you like you're just doing these things and it's just madness, but it's not.
No, but I don't want people to think that I'm trying to.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because that's what I'm not trying to do. I'm not trying to be these people, you know, these RS and these Ashley Inks who are very talented, funny guys who have actually gone further from what they've done, from all they've just done a crazy video and have now gone a bit successful from it. I'm not trying to be that. This is me. And it's like, I had like 350 followers and I've done like 6 videos, crazy videos, and then bam, next minute I got 1,000 people on my Instagram. You know what I mean? And I'm getting people DMing me. Like, I put like a crazy video up and then I put like a normal picture up, and then someone would text me and be like, "Yo, what's going on, man? I thought this was like a funny site." Like, I'm like, "Bro, listen, this is my life, man. What you see on my Instagram is, I'm not trying to be no one else. This is me. I'm a crazy guy, bro. My Instagram, it ain't fake. It's not. I'm not trying to be no one else. I'm not trying to be famous. I had a guy DM me, man, and say, "Look, listen, bro, I've seen your Instagram. You're a funny guy. You're very talented. Do you want to get into acting and stuff like that?" And I was like, "Bro, I'm not trying to do it for no one else, man." So, yeah, man, it's been crazy, bro. It's been a crazy journey. People recognize me. I was in Akron last year, and some guy come up to me holding bottles. I think, "Oh, this guy's gonna bottle me or something." He's like, "Why is Jacko? Bro, your videos are hilarious, fam. I watch them all the time, bro." And he just showed me mad love. So obviously, a lot of people are recognizing me from my videos.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah. No, I hear that, man. Because how can you not, bruv? Because it's mad. It's mad. And soon, bruv, if you go to them, if you get into Celebrity, or not Celebrity, but Big Brother, and eventually Celebrity Big Brother, whatever, fam, introduce me to Letitia Grace. That's who I need to meet, man. Hey, introduce them big breast, big back.
I'd love to get in Big Brother, man. I'd give the viewers what they want, man. Definitely.
What are people hating on you though? Like, can you see the hate? Because I see you tweeting about the hate and that, yeah. But is the hate real? Do you think you're being paranoid? Like, why do you think people are hating on you? That's what I want to know.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
With the word haters, yeah, people think, okay, you need to be famous, you need to have loads of dough to have haters.
No, definitely
Please
not.
believe me, you don't need
No,
that.
I don't
You don't
agree,
need
yeah.
that. And you see with me, yeah, I have targets, I have goals, and where I go to the point of hating, the best way I can describe it is like, how I am is how some people want to be, but they can't because of the character they are.
I understand what you're saying.
For example, like, say I put like a crazy video up, yeah, a funny video, and then the people who I've grown up with, just say for example, I put on Instagram, none of them would leave a comment, but I'll see them go and leave a comment on someone else's page, which ain't even all that. So I just get to the point where I'm like, why is my close people like this to me? And we're all trying to support each other at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And I just feel like the way I am and the character I am, people are just wish they was like that, but they can't because they're not being themselves because they haven't got the character. It's like someone messaged me on Snapchat the other day and they went, bro, I don't even know you. I follow you on Snapchat and Instagram. But what you do on your Snapchat and Instagram, I wish I could be like, and I'm pretty sure other people could be like that because you're just one funny guy that does not give two fucks.
Yeah, go on, sorry.
And I just thought to myself, you know what, I respect that. This guy doesn't know me from no, I don't even got a picture of this guy. I never know what he looks like. And I just thought, that's nice of you to say. Like, I'm glad what I do is making people laugh and stuff, of course. You know what I mean? I'm a funny guy, bro. And I just think sometimes people like hate on what I'm trying to do.
Let me give a quick explanation as to why you might think that, yeah, and why it's possible. Like, for example, I do my podcast, yeah. If I upload a snippet, yeah, it's more likely that people that I don't know will comment on it, yeah. It's two things. It could either be hating, yeah, or it could be these other things. It could be, number one, they're just not feeling it. Or number two, in your case, yeah, they might not understand why you're doing it. With this, you've kind of explained yourself in that, like, you're being yourself, yeah, but you've opened up your Instagram and your Snapchat because, like, this is the lane you're going in. Do you understand? This is, you want to profit off yourself. People don't understand, yeah, that if they comment on you, yeah, regardless of whether they like it or not, they're supporting you. Do you understand? And you missed the intro that I said at the beginning, but my intro was, yeah, about everybody supporting those in their own community. Even if my brethren has a song, yeah, that I don't necessarily like, yeah, I'm still going to like it on Instagram and put like a heart, I mean, not the heart, sorry, the fire emoji, get me, just because I'm supporting. But see it this way, it's never really personal. It could be because, listen.
I agree. I don't take it personal at all. I just think, you know what, that's not, people's opinions mean nothing to me, and the day people's opinions start paying my bills and stuff like that, I don't really care what anyone has to say about me.
Nah, fam, it seems like you take it personal sometimes, Reece, man. I can't ever lie to you, man. It does seem like you take it personal. Yeah, man, it does. Because sometimes you go on these little upset rants, yeah, with, it seems like not necessarily to me. I don't feel like it's aimed to me personally, but it seems like you're taking it a little bit personal. That, I don't know, I can't remember anything specific, but sometimes it seems like you want everybody to like it, but maybe people don't understand what you're doing in it. But I think with this, people would understand. Do you understand? People would understand.
I fully understand what you're saying, and I'm an honest guy. I'm the sort of person, I wouldn't want someone to like it if they don't. You know how you just said, like, you'd like it because you're supporting. I'm an honest guy, and this is where people are getting it wrong. Just say my best friend could start to be spitting, and he says, "Yeah, Reece, I'm gonna drop some lyrics to you, man. Let me know what you reckon of it." And he drops it, and I'm not feeling it. I'm not gonna say to him, "Bro, you're sick. You're in the bar." No, because that's not helping him. I'm gonna be like, "Bro, you know what? I'm not really feeling that. You know, you
Yeah.
need some work and blah blah blah, because that will help him.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the other day, I was at my mum's the other day, and my brother's friend was there, and he just started up his hat thing. And I said to him, bro, I'm not going to lie, the first hats you brought out, I wasn't feeling. These new ones you got are sick. I like these ones. I'm an honest guy, bro, so I wouldn't want anyone to show me love if it's not needed. So it's not, I'm not taking it to heart at all.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what, I really don't care what people think, because if I did, I wouldn't put out these crazy videos. You know, I wouldn't be myself and open up to social media how I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do this stuff because I'm just who I am. I'm out here. I'm by myself. You know what I mean? I keep myself to myself.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of people, and I stay in the middle, and I keep myself in the middle. I don't attract on the outside too much. You know?
Yeah.
But I fully respect your opinion on that, man, and that's what I love. I've got so much respect for people who are honest. Someone could ring me up and be like, bro, that video you just put up is awful. And I'll be like, bro, you know what?
It's like, do you know what it is?
Instead of going behind my back and saying, and someone's ringing up, have you seen Reece's video, or have you seen Reece's picture? Hey, Sam, what is he doing? I don't like all that shit. I think it's like it's a bit snaky, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all.
But do you know what it is? Yeah.
Now.
You know what it is, my nigga? You can't be in the bathtub with your ass up like that. I'm not gonna like that.
Bro, I'm a bad guy.
Hey, like, look at this smooth bottom guy, fam. What's this guy doing? Hey, but nigga, I'm not gonna like that. You understand? You can't expect people to like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, some people will like it. Obviously, maybe the chicks or some other.
You'll be surprised the response I get back. I'm gonna start screen munching the replies I get back, and I'm gonna start putting them up on my stories, because you ever see my Snapchat replies and stuff like that, and people just put the crying faces. People are busting up, bro. So I still get daily messages on Snapchat saying, bro, your stories are funny. When are you gonna do this and when are you gonna do that? And I'm like, bro, I don't set the times. I don't get up and
it's
go
just
like,
all natural.
I'm gonna do this. If I'm in the bath and it comes to my head, I'm just gonna film it quick, because I'm just mad, bro. That's all. I don't expect. Bro, I can't put that on my Instagram. That's why it's not on my Instagram. I can't put that on my Instagram, but that's all a bit mad.
What?
I just leave it to my Snapchat friends.
And who's the person? Yeah, because my little brother will tell me, "Hey, Jamaine, take that shit off, man. That shit is trash." Who's the person that will check you that, like, listen, that was a bit too much, take that shit off? Like, who do you have anyone that can tell you that? Or anyone that does tell you that?
No, because I won't listen to them anyway. But what if I put one of them crazy Snapchats up on my Snapchat?
Not even just crazy. No. Anything that they think you should just take off. Is there anybody that will check that? Like,
no, bro, you'll be surprised with that. But they're not all bust up, bro. No, the missus knows what she signed up to, bro. You know? She knows what she signed up to, fam. Come on. You know what I mean? I'm not doing because of the wife he's there. I'm not doing anything behind her back. You know all I see. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. You know, I'm not doing crazy stuff. My girl laughs at it. She just nods her head. I just imagine when she looks at it, just nod her head and just be like, this guy's just crazy. What? She
keep shit fun, innit?
Like,
keep shit fun, boy.
I'm not doing that for, you know what I mean? I'm not getting my willy out and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm not talking about, bro, I'm a crazy guy. I'm an honest guy, bro. That's why my girl loves me.
It's so good to get your perspective, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she supports me, brother. That's why I'm so blessed to have someone like her, because I've been in relationships where people are just jealous and don't let me. And you know it is, Jam. Don't let me be me, and she lets me be me. And that's why I will never mess up someone like her.
Yeah. Because
she lets me be me. I'm not stupid enough to go and lose someone like her, because she's letting me be me. And now she's carrying my son and stuff like that. And
congratulations, man.
No more, man.
So what? All Pornhub Wednesdays, everything. That's all cool.
Yeah, Pornhub Wednesdays fine, bro. I'm not. Pornhub. You know what I mean? They love it, bro. People text me. I had one of my friends text me, and she was like, "Look, what's porn? Why ain't Pornhub Wednesday coming up today?" This was yesterday. I'm like, "Oh, I'm out working and stuff." You know, like. Well, people love this. Right. Everyone's different, Jam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's people on my Snapchat who probably just love my Snapchat football stories, or love me spitting in the car to the lyrics of a song, and then people just might like, I don't know, people might, because I'm not gonna lie, I double tap on loads of people's Snapchat. I just hit the button like I'm in a rush, you know what I mean? So people might do that with my Snapchat stories and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you from my heart, I'm on my life, the love I get back for the stuff I do is big, bro. It's big.
For those who don't know, on Reece's Snapchat or Instagram, you might just see him dancing like a Jamaican. You might just see him singing to some slow jams. You might see Pornhub Wednesdays where he brings out the finest delicacies, the finest porn stars in the world. I've seen some lighting on your Pornhub Wednesday that I've never seen in my life. What's her name? Cassidy Sutton.
Cassidy Banks. Cassidy Banks, man. She's man. She's done me nicely sometimes.
I might have to do some
bad box, you know.
Yeah, I might have to do some research.
Yeah, trust me, bro. I get texts from people and be like, "Yo, I'm at work, man." And that Snapchat of her, man, has made me good, man. I'm gonna go and beat the missus out nice tonight. And I get all crazy with Pornhub Wednesday, hooking up a lot of people, man. But
I keep pushing,
I don't want to be getting all the. I don't want to be getting the stick when people start falling pregnant over Pornhub Wednesday. You can't come to me when people start falling pregnant, yeah. Like that.
Nah, man. I think this has been such a good discussion. Not because people can get your perspective. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
Judge me by what they see.
Yeah, and there was no explanation to certain actions. You see what I'm saying? But now I think this covers a lot of things, man, as well. But
there's a lot been missed out. But I've tried to bring that. I've tried to break it down.
You ain't got no personal problems with anybody personally, do you? From ends or anywhere else?
No, there ain't no personal problems. You know, it is. I don't hold grudges against people, but I keep it real with people, man. I'm the sort of type of guy that will tell you if your breath smells or if you look the flyest boy on the block. I'm that sort of person. I can't be around you and be like, and know that I need to say something. Because I treat people how I would want to be treated.
Yeah.
You know, and there ain't no personal fallouts. No, I can go to any postcode. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about what area I'm in and stuff like that, man. I'm a loving guy, bro, but I also keep it 100 with people. If there's a problem, I'm going to tell you about it. You know,
my nigga, why are your jeans so fucking tight? Why? Why? Bro, let me tell you something, yeah? I remember I can't wear tight jeans just because I literally can't. My thighs are too fucking big. My ass is too big, yeah? I tried that shit once, bruv. I had thrush. You know what thrush is, fam? Do you know what thrush is, bruv?
Never had it, fam.
Bruv, my dick was mad dry, like mad crispy, and the doctors told me because my jeans are too fucking tight.
Yeah.
Fam, be careful, that's what I'm saying.
No, look, this is another thing. Going back to judging what you see. Listen, yeah, I used to cane people when I used to see back in the day when I see people type. I used to laugh. And I said, "Oh, how'd you get your stuff in there?" Then I tried the first pair on, and I was like, "They're not as bad as you think, brother." And trust me, I'm blessed down there. Bro. Come on, and it's not all tight where you think it is, bro. Up there, and you got to know how to rock it. Like you can't wear Primark essentials, loose boxes.
Talk that talk, fashionista talk.
You got to put on your tight Calvin Klein boxes. And
swag talk.
Your jeans, you know what I mean? The swag there, bro. You know what I mean? I can whip them, I can pull it off, and you know what it is.
You're a swag champion. I'll give you that. I'll give you one of the swag. You got the swag intercontinental championship.
No, I have. I'm not a big-headed guy, but I have got swag. You know what the funny thing about it is, see, back in the day when the comb-overs first started,
yeah,
every man used to laugh at me thinking, "Man, what's your hair look like?" Because everyone had the short hair with the shape up, and everyone laughed at me. And then, bam, next minute, everyone got the comb-overs, and then everyone's laughing at me because I got the, don't get it twisted, the skinny fit, which you'd never see me in skinny fit. I wear slim fit jeans. Obviously, my legs are quite big, so I can't get in a bigger size because they're still too tight because my legs are big.
Talk that talk.
Everyone used to laugh at me with the skinny fit jeans, and now I'm seeing everyone rocking the skinny fit jeans. Come on, G, man. And then I'm getting banded the other day for my linen trousers because they're boot cutties. But any man out there knows how to dress. Man know about linen trousers.
Linen trousers,
they're
yeah.
boot cut. You can't get slim fit linen trousers. they're a big
This is
man,
true.
They're a big man's clothing, bro. They went to them man, they're rocking the linen trousers.
Talk that big man
They're
clothing
man's
talk.
clothes, bro. Yeah, man, you can't. Not everyday tight jeans, Balenciagas, and Adidas tracksuits, man. Sometimes you got to switch it up, you know, bro.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm touching 30, man.
Yeah.
I can't live in flip-flops my whole life.
Yeah, I hear you.
So, yeah, man. That's how I get in them skinny jeans, man, because I love them, bro. And I can't wear baggy shit. I like my shit. I love you, and I love your interviews, though. I told you, I texted you the other day, bro. I got my earpiece in and I connected to the car, bro, and I'm listening to that. That guy's funny, you know. I just feel like I'm listening to someone on Breakfast Club.
No, I appreciate it, man.
I'm just busting their jokes to myself. I'm like, man, this is real.
I appreciate it, man. I'm just trying to get more guests through, get the sponsorship up, and that's it, man. Because
you got to start somewhere, man. You got to start at the bottom, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
It ain't easy. It ain't easy out there, man.
Not
Especially when you're doing it by yourself.
Not at all, man. Like, you got to do it by yourself, you understand? You got to believe in yourself and invest in yourself. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro. And let no one tell you that you can't do nothing out of
I do a lot of different things, man.
Anything is possible, bro.
Yeah,
you just keep doing your thing, man.
And on that note, he's absolutely correct. He's absolutely correct. Even if, you know, education's not your route. Like, if music's your route, football's your route, all of these things are your route, what you need to do is get people to support you. And also, if they're not going to support you, do it yourself. Do you understand? But the point of this podcast was to talk about multiplier effects, which basically means support your community, support your brethren, and they will support you. They will support you. And that's why it's so good to have somebody in my community or formerly of my community reach out to me. Well, I reached out to him and they agreed to do the podcast to shed light on his experience and where he's going in the future. And Reece. Yo, tell them what's in store for you in the future, man, because this has been a great conversation, man. What's in store for you in the future? Where can they follow you at? How can they contact you? Tell them all of that.
Yeah, man. Basically, you know, just working hard now, man. Obviously, I'm still doing the football thing slowly. You know, as most people, you know, I'm a part-time scout for Southampton, so yeah, man, I've got loads of doors are opening, man. As most people know as well, I've got a little man on the way as well, so
congratulations.
I'm due to get that in September and stuff like that. So yeah, man, my life's just heading to where I want it to be, man. And
that's good.
You know, look after my family. And
is there any future TV?
Get my head down into something I love, man. And football, brother. I always said if I can't play, I'll be involved in it somehow, man. And I'm on the right path, man. I've met some great people over the years, bro. And going out watching football as a job, man. I can't ask for no more. So yeah, man. I'm just heading towards my goal, man. I'm there. I'm on the right. I'm in the right lane. Yeah, man. Everything's good. Everything's good. And
well, anything future TV or media, anything in the future that we should look forward to?
Yeah, man, I'm hoping, man. Like I said, I've met some nice people, some good people, bro. Like, people ask me to model in their clothes and stuff like that, and do I want to be in adverts and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure something will creep up soon, man. Loads of people telling me, make a YouTube channel. You're a crazy, funny guy, bro. You know what I mean? And I think something in the near future, yeah, is something I might do, you know, so... Yeah, man. There's a lot of things happening in this crazy world I'm living in, man. But remember, you can hit me up on Snapchat, which is childish3000. You can see my crazy self on there, man. I'm telling you, beware before you add me. It's not a normal Snapchat, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy, bro. Over 18s only, man. You're gonna see some mad stuff. You're gonna see me being normal, just chilling on my bed watching football, or you can see me filming some crazy shit. So be aware, man. That's my Snapchat, childish3000. The Instagram is Y always Jacko. That's WHY, not just the Y. And that's my life on there, man. You can see everything on there. Just scroll down, you see crazy videos of me. I don't really do it much now because of the work I'm doing. But yeah, Y always Jacko on Instagram. Twitter, I'm not really on there too much. You see me having rants with old football people and stuff like that, but that's not exciting no more. That's our Jacko 23. Yeah, the Snapchat and Instagram. Yeah, hit me up, man. But yeah, Jam, it's been a pleasure, man.
Been a pleasure, man.
I appreciate the call, man.
Yeah, nah, man.
I'm not gonna turn down helping someone out, brother.
Definitely.
Like I say, man, I wish you all the best, bro. I really do,
Yeah,
man.
I appreciate that. Last question as well. Do you like bitches' feet?
I love feet, man. I love feet.
My nigga.
They gotta be perfect, painted.
Jacko Flex.
The missus could never get in the bed and her clothes not be painted from her. She's getting sent out her place for a hotel.
Why always Jacko, aka put your feet in the air? And on that note, we're out, man.
Yeah, man, you legend.
Yeah, Flex Entertainment.